Robin taught me how to read. She was 15 years old when I was born, and our mother and father, to whom I was a complete surprise, had far too many obligations running a theater, Willoway Theater in Michigan, to devote their full attention to a new baby. Lucky for them, and me, they had a teenager, able to play the leading ingenues in all the plays and also willing to care for a small child in between her straight-A academic endeavors at a private high school, to which she earned a scholarship with her academic prowess daily. No pressure. Robin taught me how to read. Literarily, I particularly remember The Tent, author unknown. I recall sitting on her lap and reciting a variety of activities that took place in The Tent by a cast of characters conveniently named Mary, Jane, and Sam. When I was 3, Robin, or Bria as I called her for lack of my current pronunciation abilities, went away to study acting at Carnegie Mellon University, the top school of theater, the only school of theater available in the mid-1960s. But on rare, cherished, and very expensive long-distance phone calls, prefaced by great warnings not to talk too long, I would recite poignant passages to her from The Tent as expressively as possible. I'm sure this added to her acquisition of Shakespeare and Sophocles at Carnegie, so I feel complete in contributing to her theatrical education. Robin taught me how to read. As it turned out, I had in fact contributed to her education, albeit not the theatrical part, because she left acting and decided to become a teacher, having had so much success with her baby sister and the miraculous book, The Tent. Later, when this baby sister tired of 20 years in the professional theater and decided to give back the way Robin had, she asked the older and wiser sibling for help. Once again, Robin taught me how to read. She taught me how to read children's faces, their reactions, their feelings, and ultimately how to read the way to teach them. On the day she died, I was reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl to a group of 3rd graders. This is the section I was reading to them when I felt her sitting next to me. Then, very slowly, with a slow and marvelous grin spreading all over his face, Grandpa Joe lifted his head and looked straight at Charlie. The color was rushing to his cheeks and his eyes were wide open, shining with joy, and in the center of each eye, right in the very center in the black pupil, a little spark of wild excitement was slowly dancing. Then the old man took a deep breath and suddenly, with no warning whatsoever, an explosion seemed to take place inside him. He threw up his arms and yelled, "Yippee!" And at the same time, his long, bony body rose up out of the bed, and his bowl of soup went flying into the face of Grandma Josephine, and in one fantastic leap, this old fellow of 96 and a half, who hadn't been out of bed these last 20 years, jumped on the floor and started doing a dance of victory in his pajamas. Yippee! Just at that moment, I knew she was free, like Charlie's grandfather, from an irritating physical confinement. I was happy for her. I asked Jenny for the exact time of her passing, and it was in fact that very moment I was reading the passage from Roald Dahl to the children. At that moment, she was there, teaching more children how to read.
From George Bernard Shaw from the play Man and Superman. This is the true joy in life, the being used for a purpose, recognized by yourself as a mighty one, the being thoroughly worn out before you are thrown onto the scrap heap, the being a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. This is the true joy in life. Thank you.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Thank you.